I am here at the Invercargill Airport and I have 26 hours of travelling ahead of me. So, come with me. Welcome to Auckland. Time to get our bags. Alright, we made it to Auckland, but now I have to transfer from the domestic terminal to the international terminal. So that will be fun because it has just started raining here. Somehow we didn't have rain at home, but when we come up north it gets rainy, so that's just lovely. But I'll probably go get checked in, go through security, and then have late lunch, early dinner, something, and then also eat on the flight. So yeah, I'm actually glad that that first flight is out of the way now. That was the one that I was most nervous for, because in the North Island they've had a cyclone like yesterday, but I think it didn't hit as bad as it was predicted to, so we got away with it. We're in Auckland, safe and sound, and yeah, only a 13.5-hour flight, and then a 2-hour flight, and then an hour and a half of driving left, and layovers in between. I think I have 5 hours here, so should be chill. Alright, I made it through security just fine, so now I have 4 hours until my flight to burn, which is going to be fun. I'm going to go to duty free. I love duty free. I love duty free. Get some dinner, and yeah, I think it's really interesting. Our public transport in New Zealand is pretty poor on the whole, especially compared to like Europe, but our airline, Air New Zealand, is pretty amazing if you ask me. I think, you know, it's up there with the best in the world. So that's always nice. And we have the best passports. Like, look at that. That's so majestic. So yeah, I'm going to be chilling. Might bring you around duty free. We'll see. I'm going to go look at some fragrances. Okay, we went to duty free and I got to look at all my fragrances. So here is what I looked at, I guess. I'm a bit of a fragrance nerd as it is. So this was just checking out the new stuff that I hadn't seen before. The duty free has been upgraded since I was last here. So bigger and better selection. The first thing I was looking at is I haven't actually had a chance to try these yet. These are the newest Versace Eros flankers. So which one's which? This is Versace Eros Energy. It's a little bit more citrusy, very lemony from my nose, more similar to like Versace Pour Homme, and I really like this. It's very fresh compared to the original. Definitely would be more of summer, hot weather. I quite like it actually. And the other one was Eros Najim. And this has got a little bit more woods, a little bit more spice to it than the original. The original is very strong on the vanilla and pear scents. So this is maybe a little bit more mature, again, more towards the winter side, cold weather. And again, I just think it's a really solid addition to the lineup. I think Eros Flame is probably the weakest in their lineup now, which is weird to say because that one used to be a bit of a cult favorite. So that was the first two pickups. I really like that. I was really excited about this one. This says Creed on it, but this is not actually Creed. They didn't have any proper testers. I really wanted to try Aventus and Silver Mountain Water, but they didn't have testers, so I couldn't. This one is Lilabo Santal 33. And it's about exactly what I expected. Pretty woodsy, a little bit of citrus to it, but not that much. And this is one that doesn't really stand out to me, to be honest. I can see that it's really solid. It's a little bit different to most, typical fragrances, so I get the hype, but it's just not really for me, I don't think. And now these three, I'm going to struggle to remember what they are. Give me a second. All right, I got it. So this one here is Replica by the Fireplace. This literally smells like you sat down at a bonfire and the smoke kept coming towards you all night, and then you woke up in the next morning and smelt the hoodie that you were wearing. Yeah, pretty much just, there's a little bit of sweetness in there. I really like it, actually. It's not just that straight smell. There's a tiny bit of sweetness, almost like, you've been toasting a marshmallow. And that's exactly what this is supposed to be, and I think it really nails that. This is one that I'd really like to add to my collection, because this is my favorite type of scent. This and like a original spice bomb kind of scent. I just love that so much. Right up my alley. So yeah, love this one. Then this other one is also Maison Margiela Replica. This is Jazz Club, and it's different to what I thought it would be. I knew it was supposed to be very like cigar, like a jazz club, like cigar, whiskey, but it's a tiny bit sweeter than what I thought. I thought this was going to be closer to Givenchy Gentleman, Reserve Privé, that one. I thought it was going to be more similar to that, but it actually holds a little bit more sweetness. And yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, almost closer to like a Stronger With You Intensely, compared to what I thought. So really solid. I probably wouldn't go for this kind of scent, but I like it. And the last one, I don't actually know if this one's new or not. This one is Le Male Dressed in Blue, All in Blue, something along those lines. From Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is just a version that I hadn't seen before, but I feel like this could just be the original Le Male, because it's just powdery vanilla. I think it might just be the original in a different bottle, to be honest. If not, it's very similar. Nothing as out there as some of the other Jean Paul Gaultier scents. My favorite is Ultra Male, but they didn't have that, unfortunately. That one's getting a little bit more rare. I think they've discontinued it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this one's probably my least favorite of those pickups. It's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm a bit of a fragrance nerd. And you can tell in New Zealand it's starting to get to winter, because it's not even 7 o'clock yet, and we're getting dark. I'm glad I'm coming back to summer. Don't have to deal with cold weather. Let's go. I think it's currently 1 in the morning in New Zealand time, and I've just woken up for the morning, which is fun. The meal was actually pretty decent. That was nice. I absolutely demolished that. I got 1.5 hours of sleep, maybe, and then I woke up, been for a little bit of a walk around, done some squats, splashed some water in my face. It's going to be a long day. That was was the most stressful experience of my entire life. 13 and a half hours on the plane. Then I got sick, felt sick right at the very end. And then security, transfer of bags, security. And now I'm sitting in the terminal at Houston, ready to fly to Memphis. So yeah, I think I've been traveling for 20 hours at this point. Fun times. And to add insult to injury, that was like an awful flight because I only slept for like 2 hours the entire time. So yeah, I'm kind of cooked, but hopefully it helps me adjust to jet lag a little bit better because it's 7 hours difference and it's just really annoying. Really, really, really annoying. We made it to Memphis, just waiting on Silas to come pick us up, and then we've got a drive through to Jonesboro for a while, and then that's all my travel done. I think we're probably 26 hours deep at this stage. It's not fun. That's not Silas. It's actually Tuesday morning now. We got to our accommodation at like midnight last night. I think we were 30 hours total with our travel, so that was fun. And yeah, headed to the course now, and I'm not sure if this will be included in the vlog or not. Actually ended up playing with Gannon and Gavin as well as Ezra today, which was quite fun. And as you can see, I'm a little bit sunburnt. That's alright. I'm also quite tired, as you can imagine. It's been a very, very eventful day, so I'm going to try to get this vlog edited up tonight and hopefully posted. See you in the next one.